Hello! Welcome back. I am playing Pokemon Y again. And... so last time, to fix the current problem that we've got, which I haven't started it up because I wanted to point out to you that I had indeed fixed it. We ended up back at the beginning of the stream, and that was not fun. So that caused us to end the stream, not prematurely. We had done about 3 hours, so it was fine. But I pretty much had it at that point. So I've managed to get myself back to where we were, which actually wasn't that difficult because I didn't spend half the time faffing around the cave. So, yeah, we're basically where we need to be at the moment. I will turn on the PokeLink, and hopefully this time when I press F5, it won't stop the emulator. Just gotta wait for this thing to start up. Come on. I don't exactly have a slow computer, but for some reason it just doesn't like PokeLink. Okay, that's going. So now, when I press F5 to... Aha, everything is still working. Except the things aren't showing up. Come on. Come on! You know you would... They're very shy. Sometimes my Pokemon can be a little bit mischievous. Come on. Come on. Oh, a PokeLink has crashed. Okay, fantastic. Great start. Come on. This music is awful. Okay, so there was a few things I thought I could change about the stream. Nothing to do with the stream, just the web page, because you guys get to do things. You get to ask Alexa things and do hypothetical questions and stuff like that. So I added an Ask Google because Google is up there now, and she can answer questions. Is this gonna work? Why are you not working? There we go. Okay, I think that's a lie. I don't think my Pokemon are dead. Okay, no, we've got 2 fainted Pokemon. That's fine. We can sort that out. Yes, so there are a few things. So, it came to my attention quite a while ago, actually, that there was no link to Flat stream, like anywhere on my stream, like not below. I'm not talking about below. I'm just talking about the links that I've got there. We used to have like a rolling thing that would come up, but it was very wordy and sort of looked... I felt it looked like I couldn't give a shit about the chat because it kept popping up in there. So I got rid of it. But I didn't replace it with anything, so that people could type something in and it comes up. So I've added another thing. So if you type in ! Twitch flat, it should come up with should come up with his link, and hopefully it should work. There we go, and that should link directly to. It's good that the condensed link works. That means I can go through and get rid of all the useless HTTP stuff at the beginning of other stuff here, because it's very unsightly getting an entire website URL. So yeah, at the beginning of the stream, a little bit of admin going on. I'm also going to put in a... I think maybe like a general like links thing, just to put links of things that I'm involved in, because a new episode of Anyone's Game came out today. I'm in it. Shadow Wolf, you're in it, and a friend of mine, Stale, he's in it as well. And it doesn't get as much love as it should. So it would be nice if they could go right ahead and get a few views coming from my streams. I'm going to try the Discord one, because I'm not entirely sure how that's going to react to having the HTTP part missing. If it responds fine, then I think I'm safe in doing it. So exclamation mark Discord. Oh, okay, so it works. Nice. Right. That actually works a lot better. You condense your links to just the domain and, you know, your part. Nice. Okay. Luckily, I don't have many of these to go through. But yeah, I'm either thinking of doing a general links thing, or like just linking directly to the Raspberry Grenade website. See maybe not the website, maybe the YouTube, because that's where everything seems to sort of lead from. Although they sort of lead from each other. So you can go to the website and it goes to the YouTube, but you can also go to the YouTube and it goes to the website and all the other stuff. So that should be. Are all these actually saving? They are saving. Good. Just haven't actually clicked a few of these. Let me just get this last one done, and I will start with the game, because that's what we're here for, not to watch me do things on the other screen. Okay. So yeah, maybe do that. Anyway. Right, so yes, we have two fainted Pokemon that we want to deal with. I think they fainted on my way back here. They may be slightly lower levels than they used to be. I can't really remember what they were before the reckoning, and hopefully they are roughly around the same levels they were. I did go into that cave. I didn't faff around in there, but I did beeline directly to that guy who had the 2 Graveler and the 1 Golem, so that I could see if I can get, was it self-destruct on Arnold, and I couldn't do it. They just wouldn't learn. They for some reason they just wouldn't explode. So I didn't get the chance. And I wasn't going to restart again and do it again, so I'm just giving up on that idea. Unless we find someone else who has got a bunch of Grapplers, I'm not going to. So, yeah. And I think that's it, we're all ready to go. Ask Google. Oh, have I not put the text thing in there? I thought I'd done that. Although I did have to delete it a few times. So maybe I forgot to put it in this time. Requires viewer to enter text. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to tick that again. Okay, there we go. I will reject and refund that, and you can try again. Anyway, to the game. I think we're ready. What are you doing here? This is the Unknown Dungeon. Some terrifyingly strong Pokemon have made their homes in here. Only recognized champions of the Pokemon League are allowed to enter. Okay. So all that time I spent coming around here... pointless. Okay. I suppose it's literally just go straight to Wulfric now. I should spend some time here, he says, but there's nothing to do here. So yes, the interesting thing about this forest is it doesn't seem to be the same each time you go through. Or maybe this one is. Maybe only on the way out it's consistent. There's a Pokeball up there, but I don't want that. Ooh, there's a TM. That's probably something useless. No, not this way. How do I get out of this place? This seems familiar. Hey Google, why am I a twat?
Sorry, I didn't understand. But I found something related. Do you want to know what is a tort?
Yes?
On the website dictionary.com, they say, noun slang, vulgar, vulva, disparaging and offensive, chiefly British, a stupid, unpleasant, or obnoxious person.
You're describing a twat! What's it? What did you say? You said tort. Why is... Are you going to be as useless as Alexa is? For fuck's sake. I didn't think she was going to be that useless. So far, all I've asked her is what the time is, just to test that her thing... Test that voice works. I didn't realise it was going to be... It was going to be as useless. Okay, so Arnold has a sketch to be used, and I need to know what this guy has that we can get Arnold to learn if he survives it. So, who is it? Wulfric, Bulbapedia, Wulfric. Hopefully we can get a decent ice-type move. Ice Beam, Ice Shard, Energy Ball, which is grass. Ice Beam, Hail, Avalanche. Okay, I'm looking for Ice Beam. I think Ice Beam should be the one, which is Abomasnow. And this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save beforehand, like I said I was going to do many times before, and try again if I don't get it. We did it before and it worked, so let's give it a go this time. Oh no. What the hell is this? Oh, it's encased in ice. Oh no. What's the dice, chunk of ice? I hate you. How's my favorite future champ? As you can see, the Snowbell City Gym is the place to be if you love ice types. But if you already see 7 badges from the gym leaders all across Kanto, right? I'm sure you heard it before. One more to go, eh? Go show them what you're made of, future champ. Not snow. I'm not made of snow. Ooh. That just looks like a ledge, like off to your doom. Will that let me... Can I just jump? No. Right. Oh, that's a point. I need to check to see if I've got Melthird out in front, because ice is weak against fire. Yes. What else is it weak against? Fighting, rock and steel. Oh, we've got rock attack, we've got fighting, we've got all of them actually. So we're pretty much ready for this. Should we try this one first? Hi. They call me the Queen of the Ice Ring. I believe you. Sneasel. Ah, yes, little ice git. That's what I call you. As these things can be fucking hell to fight. Flame charge. That's what I want. Actually, flame charge and a steel move. Pretty good. On the same Pokemon. Ow. Yeah, take that. And is that going to be a full... Oh my god, that got you. Fantastic. Cloister. That could be a problem. But it is an ice gym, so it's quite likely to be using ice moves. Is Cloister just a... Is it water ice or is it just a water type? It's just a water type, isn't it? I need to switch. It's a water type that uses ice moves. Wood hammer for you. Yeah, there we go. Oh, not the barbs. My feet. Owie. Ew. And I think I just need to do a rollout for you. There we go. We're good. Ah. Colder than cold, faster than fast. In my ass. Okay, so what does this do? Oh my god. That is far too elaborate. Oh, I can't... Oh, right, so it's left and right. I need to make sure everybody is getting their ass kicked. Victor. Oh. A delibird. Oh! Oh, no longer a delibird! Now it's a deadybird! Colder than cold, faster than dead. Oh well shit. Indeed. Indeed it is. Meat spins, growing. Mammo swine, I think we're fine. Wow, I've got such an itchy nose all of a sudden. Oh, the boogers. Boogers up my nose. I'm still a little bit bunged up from pollen and stuff. I really wish the summer would fuck off. What are we in? We're just about into August, aren't we? What is the date today? Are we in August? Not yet. 31st. 31st of July. It's Harry Potter's birthday today! I don't know why I know that, but it's Harry Potter's birthday today!
Yes.
God damn, you're tough. Ow. Oh, and it's confused now. Good. But he can fuck off. Daddy Draco is better. Draco, You can't call Draco Daddy, okay? If you saw what he looked like at the end of the last movie where they aged him up, he still had a baby face. He does not have daddy vibes. I don't have daddy vibes. I don't know why people call me daddy. Especially in this chat. But he's more of a... I have to say, he's more of a twink. He will take dick any day. You've frozen my heart solid in my ass. I have. Oh, these are color-coded. So if I do that, the blue one's going to move. Right. Okay. Nice. I like this. Yeah, I need to be able to get off this because I need to be able to get off the other side of this. So not that one. I think it's this one. Nope. Next one. That's the one. So I can get off of this and then go over and make it so that I can just cross. And again. There we go. Green one first, I suppose. Oh, before I do that, give you a hyper potion. Melthird, you are doing a lot of work today. I'll give one to Meatspin as well, because he's a bit ill. Snape is more daddy, though. I can't really make out what Snape's all about. He's always seemed straight to me. Refreshing chilled dessert here. Let me give you a taste. Well, I don't want it. No. If COVID's taught me anything, don't share anything. Actually, is more daddy now. Yes, pretty much. That's how devoted to the part he was. He died. Pow! Pillow Swine. Now, are you going to be as tough? Wait a minute. Pillow Swine's got this thing, hasn't he? He can do things. There's, I don't know. I think it's usually got like an ability that prevents something. Use mist. What does Pillow Swine have? Pillow Swine. Oblivious or Snow Cloak. What does Snow Cloak do? During Hail Snow, the accuracy of any move used against Pokemon with this ability is modified by a factor of 4/5. Pokemon with this ability will take no damage from hail if it otherwise would. I don't think that's the one. I think it was something else. Oblivious? Cannot be affected by infatuation or by captivate. The infatuated Pokemon against ability. I remember us having a lot of difficulty against Pillar Swine. I can't remember why. Jinx! Ice Psychic. I think we're fine. Unless flying is weak against psychic. It is not. It is weak against ice, though. So we are sort of a little bit in trouble. But I think we're good. Yeah, that's fine. Bye-bye, Jinx! You tried! Yay, Pampers is growing as well. And Arnold is growing. He's going to need those levels to be able to survive an ice beam to the face. I could really go for an ice-cold sherbet right about now. Really? Ice-cold sherbet? It's dust. Tasty dust. Now, something tells me that this puzzle is going to trick you into pressing that button because that's the first one you can get to. So I'm going to go straight in and do this. And then try and move the yellow one. Being able to keep your cool no matter the situation is a trademark of the truly powerful. Probably. Ice Beard. Flame charge. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hail is fine. Oh, that could hurt. Oh, that could hurt. Oh, it's fine. Like a stray hair just sort of sitting in between some facial hairs. It's a bit weird. Nice! Melford's getting to grips with his team. His team? His XP. Oh, I suppose he is sort of getting to grips with the team, because, like, everyone else is sort of higher level than him. It's ice cream! Just fight the ice cream. Melt the ice cream. Why? Stop it. Okay, defense is rising. Urge to kill, rising. Oh, it has ice body. Did that heal? Ice body. Ability. During hail or snow, a Pokemon with the ice body will regen 1/16 of its maximum HP at the end of each turn. What? That's brilliant. But only during hail or snow. So it's essentially like Leech Seed, except semi-permanent. It will also take no damage from hail if it otherwise would. That's a brilliant move. I like that. Brilliant ability. It's dead now. Well, it's dead, isn't it? It's dead. They're all going to die. I've got a fire Pokemon. It's fine. You've got my blood boiling now. I think this ice is going to melt. Any luck? Yeah. Okay. So I'll move that round. And easy. Oh wait, no, that's not right. I was looking at the middle for some reason. There we go. Is this going to reset if I leave? Because it would be nice if I could get to a Pokemon Center. It's probably going to reset, isn't it? But it's okay, we don't have to deal with the battles. Oh. Okay. Let me out, please. God damn it, I keep looking at the middle thinking that's where it's going to go. There we are. Pokemon Center first. You won't have to battle, but I think it resets. God damn it. That's gonna be annoying. Wait, can I skate up that thing? No. What if I get speed with the bicycle? Can I? God damn it. Remember when we had bikes that could go up slippery slopes? I wonder what happened to those. Let me in! Let me in! Please, let me in! Thank you! Ugh. The fuck am I doing? I pressed different buttons. And yet, for some reason it was doing that. Here we go, shortcut. Okay. And it seems to have reset. Okay, we're fine. We can deal with that. That one. I think that is the right one, but I can't get out now, can I? I did the wrong one of these, didn't I? Shit! Shit my arse off. Ah, there we are. Next one. And we're good. Wait, what am I doing wrong? The fuck? I thought... Is it the next one of these? No. I'm gonna make it so that I can get onto the other one. So, like that. And then... Is that right? So I can get off and go around? I think. No. Blue, then purple. Alright, that makes sense. Because then at least I'll be able to get off of here and then go over there, wouldn't I? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then the other one was, don't do that one, then do this one. Because I think that goes across all of them. Yeah. And then this one. We want the one that sort of curls in afterwards. That one. Yeah. No! What the fuck? I pressed... Right, I pressed right, down, and then left. But for some reason, when I pressed... I don't know, for some reason, it's... Instead of left, it went up and left. I must not have gone directly left. Right, let's make a big arc away from that, because apparently I can't be trusted to use controls. Right, here he is. Wulfric. He is made of wolves. Now, do we want to use Arnold first, just to see if we can get Ice Beam? Oh, wait. Eye. Oh, shit in my eye. Fuck. Summer. I'm going to save the game. Like I said I would. Because I want to try and get the move that I'm after. Right. Save again, because I don't want to have to do that again. Okay. Fight me, bitch! You know what? Ice is both extremely hard and terribly fragile at the same time. You know what that means? Depending on which Pokemon you choose and what moves they use, I could be your most challenging opponent yet, or I could be a total pushover. But that's alright, that's how it should be. Anyway, enough of my rambling, let's get this show on the road. And then he slaps his belly for some reason. Yeah, Wulfric. Wulfric. There's a Rick called Wolf. Right, are you going to use Ice Beam on me? Snow warning. It started to hail. Ooh. I am going to Shadow Punch. Now that shouldn't do a lot. Energy Ball. Jeez, come on. That's quite powerful. That's not what I want, though. HP Restore. Hyper Potion. Ice Beam. That's what I want. But am I going to be allowed to use that move? By the hail, okay. Because I just used an item, so. Aha! Perfect. We learned Ice Beam. That's good. That's fine. Arnold can die now. We can die happy. Ice Beam's pretty powerful, isn't it? It is a 90 power move. She's pretty good. Right, back to Melthird. And you are doubly weak against fire. Ow. Pain. Ow. Cryogonal. We know we can deal with the cryogonal. You need to go get fucked. Yes! Just don't let it get an ice move off, because otherwise it may hurt. But then I suppose our fire type gives us a slight resistance to the ice. Whoa, look at that thing. Oh, that has got some resistance. It's cursing me. I don't want to be cursed. Speed fell. Attack rose. Defense rose. Okay, but flame charge I don't believe is a physical attack, so that shouldn't affect it. Maybe it is. I don't know. Flame charge. As a move. Oh, it is a physical attack. Okay, so that's going to be a problem. In that case, we can probably switch to Steel Wing. Probably still affected, but I don't know. It's a shame I can't check these things like in game. I've got to. No, that's a physical move as well. Okay. But you're burned. That's fine. That is all good as far as I can tell. I'm going to swap out Melthird for firefighting, rock and steel. For Pampers, because you'll have a fighting move that should be okay, I suppose. Ew. Yes, okay. Slightly resistant to the ice type move. And that burn is really going to mess him up. So we need to get it out in one go, otherwise we're going to end up with a... Never mind. That's what I was worried about. This is fine. Ah, actually, if that's going to bring its defense down, we can just keep doing Rock Smash. Speed fell. Attack and defense up. Still burned. Bring down the defense. It's trying to compensate for its defense lowering each time, which unfortunately does mean its attack is rising each time. But I think we're good. Because if it just keeps doing that rather than avalanche, yeah, its attack did go up, but we've still got that resistance, that very slight resistance. Again? You know what I'm gonna do? Curse. It's using Curse. I want to use Curse. Zippy. I require you. Cheat. I'm not cheating. We're not going to cheat in this. It's not necessary. Yeah, you're burned and you keep getting rescued by your trainer. No more. Nothing can save you from my curse! That's fine. That's fine because you're cursed. You're doomed to failure now. As long as I can outlive you, you're dead. Meat spin. Let's see if we can get a sneaky rollout. Slam. No, no potion this time. There we go. Curse is a very good move. I like Curse. This is why I like having Ghost-type Pokemon, because they have moves that will just, if you can get it off, will fuck a particularly difficult Pokemon. Outstanding. I'm tough as an iceberg, but you smashed me through and through. Let's not talk about who we're smashing now. I mean, I would. Impressive. Your Pokemon fought with great courage, and I can tell that you've trained your Pokemon well. That means I can do this! Last one! We got all the badges! Very nice. In my ass, received the Iceberg badge from Wulfric. What you have right there is called the Iceberg badge. As long as you have that, and any of all your Pokemon will surely look up to you and do their absolute best in battle. Let me give you this, too. Ice Beam! That we just gave somebody. We gave Arnold. Excuse me. Know what this is? It's Ice Beam. This move has an accuracy of 100%! Not only that, but every once in a while it will freeze the target it hits to. Yeah, everyone, they keep saying that it's got an accuracy of 100%. They never say that it doesn't miss. It will miss. If necessary, it will miss. I hope you've learned a valuable lesson today. Being rigid can make you tough, but it will also render you fragile. You're better off being flexible. You know what I mean? Some people are fluid like water and can adapt to their environment without changing. That's important on the inside. Not me, though. I guess I'm too stubborn. Maybe that's why I love ice types. Oh. Oh, you've given me a shortcut. Thank you. Okay. I thought that was just going to be a bridge, but no, I'm skating across. I like it. Right. That's it. Oh. There's the future champ I know and love. Looks like you trumped our old gym leader. It's never a bad thing to test the limits of your strength, am I right? Or am I right? And since you're such, I guess that means you're off to the Pokemon League. Yeah. You know what? You have all the gym badges now, so there's really only one thing left to do. It's time you headed off to the Pokemon League. Listen up now. Trust in your Pokemon, and there's no limit to what you can achieve. Thanks. You both said the same thing. Right. Now, I don't want to go through that cave to get to the Pokemon League. That is something I don't want. Do I have to go through that cave? Because I really would not like a cave exploration. No cave, please. Although I don't think... I suppose... The guy who I met yesterday at the end of that cave said only champions can go through. So maybe that's something I'm meant to do after the Pokemon League? I suppose? Maybe? Yes? Probably. Come to think of it, I've encountered quite a few people who do that. Block me off saying only a champion can go in there. That's not what I want. I want to look at the map. Oh, it's sort of on my way. Victory Road. It's literally this way. So that must be the other side. Oh, Santaloon's right there. So I've come full circle. Nice. Aquacord and Vanderbilt Town, which we have never come back to. Okay, so yeah, where I was going that first time when I went this way was the right direction. It's starting to become nighttime. Ah, hello. Head down Route 21 to reach Victory Road. Will do. Who are you? All you have to worry about is just what your Pokemon party can do. Okay. My Pokemon's nickname is... what the fuck? Sepultura? Great. Why? Never anything in the bin. Wow. Let's have a fight. I've been with my Pokemon partners since the very beginning of my journey. Okay. Okay, let's try that Ice Beam. It's not very powerful because obviously it's a ghost, so probably a bad choice, but I wanted to see it. That will be as of 5 seconds ago. Indeed, it was. Shadow Punch! Just do the Shadow Punch, don't get confused. Ow. Oof! Rocky Helmet. Ha! Shadow Punch. Foul play. That's going to kill me. Or not. Oh, it's going to kill him. The helmet! Yes, of course. God damn. Crustal. Switch. Pampers! Bit of surf. Just wash that big piece of rock away. Bye bye, rock crab. Okay, bye. Right. Bag. Hyper Potion on Arnold, because I did use the wrong move and that made him suffer. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, there's a rock I can push. Push! Push! Can I push it into the water? No, I can't. Oh, I should have pushed it over there. Oh, I buggered that up. Okay. I will just leave them. Oh, I should probably fight these guys. Once you've memorized all the Pokemon moves and abilities, victory just comes naturally. Memorized all the moves? Come on. That is difficult. Even moves I've already looked up, I've still got to look up. There's a lot of them. A strong Pokemon and a strong trainer come together to form a strong team. It's that simple. Yes, they are! Yes, I get it. Everyone's doing well. Aha! Okay, well, we have Ice Beam to get rid of the Vileplume. And we really have the wrong Pokemon for this. I'm going to cut Wailord. Yeah, I didn't do a lot. Eee, okay. I'm going to swap to Melthird because Bernie, and then also swap to Meat Spin because Glubby. I'm gonna have to look. Need to get dishes done. Okay. Oh, Melthird! Hold up there. Hold up. Ah, goddamn! They really go for the bird. Ah, Meat Spin. Flame Charge, Vileplume, get burned, and Wood Hammer on Whale Lord. Get fucked. Smash. Ah, fuck. A quick level up. God, everyone's getting points. And Zippy is also leveling up. Eek. Finally, Melford gets that flame charge off. Right, any more Pokemon? No? Good. Abracadabra! Hocus pocus! Ugh. I'm gonna have a drive in my Ford Focus. Ooh, can I go down there? I'll maybe explore that later. Hey! This gate is the entrance to Victory Road. Only Pokemon trainers who collected all 8 badges may pass. The total number of badges is 1, 2, 3, 4... Wow, you have all badges! Well then, allow me to test your abilities. Oh, it's a fight? You've only got 3 Pokemon, it's fine. Carbink. I believe you are a fairy rock. I believe you're a fairy rock. What is Carbink? It is Rock Fairy, okay. So... Ice Beam. Hang on. Rock is... Okay, it is weak to ice. No, it's not. It's not. It's weak to ground. Ground, steel, fighting, grass, and water. I would have thought ice would have been weak to ice because ice can crack boulders in half because it expands. Does it expand? It sort of expands. In that case, get back out there, Pampers. That's mean. Yes. Oh, we got Waterfall, didn't we? We should probably teach Pampers Waterfall. Or somebody. Somebody should learn Waterfall. If we can teach somebody else, then we'll be good. Switch Pokemon, please. As usual, we're going for Meat Spin. Oh, I forgot about the pointed stones. That's fine, though. Wood Hammer. Slap him in the head. Bang! Whoa! Okay, then. Is electric actually weak to grass? It's crap against grass, that's all. I can't believe electric doesn't actually have any weaknesses. It's just not... It just can't do stuff about things. Actually, that doesn't sound right. Surely it's got a weakness to ground. I don't know who we're up against next. Okay. Kingdra. Oh, okay, that's fine. Just do Woodhammer again. It's probably going to kill Meat Spin, but... It'll definitely kill Kingdra. Yeah, take that. No! Fainting! Yep, let me through now. Fantastic! Please allow me to say it once more. Fantastic! May the road you and your Pokemon follow be filled with joy and success. Thanks. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I like that. That's a nice aesthetic for a Pokemon League. Okay then. That is so elaborate. Victory Road. Is there going to be like a Pokemon Center just before I go through? Or some way of healing? Should I head back and... Oh. Yeah, I should probably head back and make sure my Pokemon are fine. Wait, are my Pokemon actually okay? Meat Spin's fainted, but that's about it. Alright. Never mind. I will just revive... Oh, and there's paralysis on Melthird. Okay. Let's get rid of that paralysis as well. Okay, we're good. We're ready to go. Hi! I just want to spend time with my Pokemon, but everyone keeps challenging me to battles. I ran all the way here, and yet I still can't find any peace and quiet. Maybe you shouldn't have been a Pokemon trainer. How do you only have one Pokemon? Weevil. Dark types. Dark types are weak against Fighting, Bug, and Fairy. Ice Punch. No! What a cold fist you have. Ooh, that's not very effective, is it? Maybe... Pampers with its fighting move. Actually, isn't Ice weak to fighting as well? It is, so a double weakness to fighting. And a resistance to ice as well, which is pretty good. Good. Should be easily dealt with. Yeah, defeated a Lanza. I can see that you and your Pokemon trust each other very much. It's funny how she's like, oh, people keep challenging me to Pokemon battles. Let's have a Pokemon battle. Yeah, that's how you get out of Pokemon battles. Another Hyper Potion. I'm glad we have so many. God, this might be the first time we naturally level up to level 70 before doing the Pokemon League. Is there anything up here? There's water there, but nothing for us to... Nothing for us to do. We can't actually get up into that water. You look like you'd be a good opponent for my Steelix to gain some good experience. Bence. His name's Bence? Is that a name? Benson, maybe. Bence. Never heard of it. Haha, foolish, foolish snake. I'm going to melt you now. Okay. Not so great. Thunderfang. That's unexpected. And yet not very effective. Okay. I think the only choice we have here is Flame Charge. Okay. Interesting. Hurt by the burn, that's good. One last Flame Charge. I didn't think that Thunder Bite, or whatever it was, Thunderfang, was going to be so weak. That was ridiculously crap. Right, send in an Electrode, will you switch your Pokemon? Yeah, I suppose. Meat Spin can take some electric moves to the face, I suppose. Unless it just explodes, in which case I suppose it wins the battle for me. Toaster! Woodhammer. Easy. Sylveon grew. Everyone's growing. Kangaskhan, normal type. Weak to fighting moves. Switch Pokemon. Pampers, you have our fighting moves. Move singular. Good going. Rock Smash! I know you're not made of rock, but you know, you've got bones, they're basically rocks. Rocky bones. Rude. Wow. Alright. Your Pokemon are the ones that got experience from this match. Yes, we did. I do think you should get experience even for losing a battle. Because it's experience. You've had an experience. You learned from it. I've been running around in my bare feet to train. Do you have any idea how strong that's made me? No. No, if anything, it's going to hurt your feet. I get the theory behind doing stuff like that. Like, just, you know, you toughen stuff up. But, like, sometimes that's just not how it works. Like, you can just do irreparable damage to yourself. Fighting types are weak against Rock, Dark. No, Flying, Psychic, Fairy, and Ghost. Well, not Ghost. It just can't do anything to Ghost. That's fine then. Psyche. Cross chop. Ouch. Oh, I keep forgetting it's a fucking... It's weak against fighting, isn't it? It's a normal type. So it's got all these moves to counter the fighting type, but one hit, and it'll just go. Shadow Ball! Whoa! And Shadow's back. Hello. So we're good level 69. That's good. Ouch! You mean running around in my bare feet didn't help me improve a poke? No, you just injured your feet. That's all you've done. So whoops for Arnold. Is there anything Arnold could hold that like stops him being like killed? Like stops his like his weaknesses. Well, not stop his weaknesses, but there's something.
No.
Just stops him being killed in one shot. I think there is actually. Not the Rocky Helmet, obviously, because that just hurts the other people. Protective item assaults, extremely stiff and heavy, loved by a certain Pokemon. Dreadplate, no. Big Root, no. Abomasite, Macho Brace, nice to be held by a Pokemon. The stiff, heavy brace helps Pokemon grow strong, but cuts speed in battle. Die hit, Metal Coat, nope. Damp Rock, nice to be held by a Pokemon. It extends the duration of the move Rain Dance when used by the holder. Helps while Pokemon. Okay, Expert Belt, nice to be held by Pokemon as well. One belt that slightly boosts the power of super effective moves. King's Rock, no. Flame Plate, Magnet, nice to be held by boost electric moves. Zap Plate, same. Soothe Belt, no. An item to be held by Pokemon, it extends the duration of the move of Sunny Day. Black Sludge. Gradually restores HP to poison type Pokemon. Sky Plate, Poketoy. Metronome, an item to be held by a Pokemon, it boosts moves used consecutively, but only until a different move is used. No. A mysterious evolutionary lump, when held by Pokemon, it can still evolve if it raises both defense and special defense. Magnet Coin, Everstone, no. There is something. I just don't think I've got it. An item to be held by a Pokemon if the holder becomes infatuated, no. Okay, maybe not. Okay. So it's just a case of healing now. Where are my revives? Where have I put them? Oh, there they are. Oh. Hyper Potion. I think there's a delivery coming in. Just wondering why the front door was still open. Okie dokie. Again, I can't get up there. Oh, an item and somebody walking around in circles. Let's fight! Now that you're on Victory Road, I bet you're nervous and excited. Let's see. I don't like you. He just needs to not be shit. I agree. Oh, fighting types. Gonna have to swap out. He's more built for, like, fighting ghosts than fighting types. Speaking of, might as well stick Zippy out. I jump kick and it doesn't affect me. Oh, and of course it takes out most of his health. Shadow Ball. Okay. So why did that get a hit? God damn. Wow. Really? Moonblast just to get rid of that health. He knows Poison Jab as well? What a strange set of moves this thing's got. Armor grew to level 69. Level 68. Mine shall. I think we're going to keep Bill out. I want to do Swift. Ow. Nice. Eee, that's a bit painful. One more Swift, I can get it off. Nope, never mind. Meat Spear, go for it. BRB. Okay. And just get rid of this thing with strength. Slap. There we go. And that should be the end of this battle. Unless she's got one more Pokemon that I was not aware of. No, we're good. Just get everyone back up. It's alright, I've got loads of money. I'll stock back up on potions and revives later. I was wondering whether there was going to be any Pokemon in this cave. Ah, there is a Haunter in this cave. Speaking of, it doesn't affect Arnold. Very much built for fighting ghosts. There we go. Ah, help. That was good. See? It can do ghosts, it just can't do fighting. Hi! Just walking up to me like this. All it takes to go on a journey is a pinch of curiosity, really. That's it. And money. You are challenged by back by the Farid. Ew. Farid. Sounds like something that you get. Like, he's become Farid. Okay. Apparently very, very good at dealing with dragons. Yep, Arnold very good at getting rid of dragons. Samby would be so infuriated. Arnold, Dragonborn, Master of Ice. Oh, apparently I'm being attacked from the sky these days. By Firo. Firo is a normal type, so I'm going to punch it in the face. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Ghost doesn't work against normal, of course. It's the other way around, idiot. Doesn't affect Firo. Psychic. Real run. Okay, we survived the first one. We should be fine. God damn, this Firo's tough. We are going to have to swap out. To Zippy! Oh no, it's using bird moves. What's strong against bird? Well, we don't have any of those, do we? Flying is good against grass fighting and bugs, so I shouldn't use those. Oh, I can. I should be using. I should be using Arnold's Ice Beam. Why am I not? I'll heal. Give him a chance to see what he can do against birds. These unruly birds. Okay, you're healing. That's good. That'll give us a good measurement on how much damage this is actually going to do. Oh, God. This is actually going to do. Ow! It's not bad. Again. Gotta heal. It's probably gonna roost again, but hopefully... No, drill peck, that's fine. Because I think I can get another Ice Beam off. Nope, another drill peck. Is that the end of me? It is, but that's also the end of the Firo. Everyone else gets points, just not Arnold. Sam is going to be so annoyed. Can't take on a Firo, but it could definitely fuck up a Haxorus. We're trying to heal you, aren't we? Another cave. Must we be in another cave? I really hate caves. Alright, let's get this fight over and done with. Hey-ya! You've got some nerve to challenge me? Oh, but... Sigrid. I'll swap out Arnold. I'm not going to attempt to even fight this. I forget. Flying, Psychic, and Fairy. Okay, so we want... like anybody else, really. Bill and Melthird would be pretty good at this. That's what you get. You touch me, you fall in love. It's in love with Bilvion. Zen headbutt. Can you not? Can you just not? Please. Very nice. Very powerful as well. Only have one Pokemon. I approve. Not dealing with your shit ever again. Okay, this place has got various places to go. What's over here? Oh, I can't go that way. Oh. Okay, gotta push a rock into there, if I can get around it. And there's another fighting type. Bilvion. Ow! Bastard! Bloody ass blasting you, that's what I'm gonna do. Moon blast. Blast you in the moon. Okay, I feel like this area is just going to be teeming with fighting types, so no. I'm going to switch to Bill. And also heal him up because he's not very well today. There we go. HP for you. And look, there's a fighting person over here as well, so we might as well go in. Best foot forward. Moves are a result of a Pokemon's strength. Yep. More strength, more moves. A higher level, more moves. Pangoro. Oh, you. Excuse me. Moonblast! Let's see how much that's going to do against a giant bear. Did all the damage against a giant bear. That's weird sort of grey rock in the back. I suppose it's to replace the tree asset. Heracross. Also, hang on, is that a bug fighting, or is it just a bug? I know it can use fighting moves, but is it bug fighting? For now, I'm going to work under the assumption it's fighting. I should know this, considering I did use a Heracross for one of my playthroughs. Good old beetle balls. Okay. Definitely fighting then. Okay, now get out of my way. I've got a Pokemon League to fuck up. Carbus. Carbus hardly know us. It's a herd of Geodude. Small herd of Geodude. Does Moonblast affect all? No, Swift affects all. We can do fucking load of damage to them. Take that, little slags. Here comes the good noise. Oh wait, one of them's got Sturdy. One of them had Sturdy. Rude. Ow, throwing rocks at me. try that again, shall we? Just call a bus. Car bus? No, maybe just normal bus. Car, bus, taxi. Which do you prefer? Oh. Apparently this was not the way. Aha! Hop, hop. Okay, you're gonna have psychics, aren't you? You don't need to say a word. I can tell that you're here because you want to challenge a strong opponent. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. God, that... It just occurred to me, like, he's got this, like, undershirt, which is, like, skin tight. You can see all his bones through it. Hey, an Espeon. Moonblast! Goes right up to his neck as well. That must feel like he's being strangled every day. Surprisingly good. Oh, you dare use my spells against me, Potter? Fucking Dazzling Gleam. Using fairy moves against me. I prefer a thing that goes from point A to point B. A plane, then. Oh no, good, level 70! It's the first level 70! I felt your strength with all my being. And my ass. Which is part of my being. Oh, I can walk past those things. Push! Right, now I need to get around it so that I push in the right direction. Yeah, I've got to come out of here now and go around it the other way. A Lickitung. Odd. Why would that be in here? Licking all the rocks. That's why. Power Whip. Oh my god. It was green screened. First time I've seen that move. Power Whip. Is that like a signature move for it? I would have thought Lick would have been signature move. Maybe that's just too obvious. Hold up. If I go back around, I'm only going to be able to push it from one direction. So I can't go through there until this is over. Over there. So, oh, I'm just pushing it that way. For some reason I was looking at this sort of little crevice at the bottom thinking that's where I need to push it. It's not where I need to push it. Big black hole, that's where it goes. Moonblast! You need to put me to sleep before you try and eat my dreams, idiot. You should know you're a ghost. I felt your strength through all my beans! What's down here? Ooh. Little hoppy puzzle. Aha. That was where I came from. Another Lickitung. And Moonblast again. Refresh. Don't know what refresh does. Didn't work by the look of it. Oh no, it doesn't refresh, like, get rid of things like paralysis and burn and stuff like that. Status conditions. think that's what it does. I think we actually had the option for it before. Ah, 2 of you.
No.
No, it's the same Lickitung. Could be. It might have scurried away, ate a bunch of berries, healed, and come back. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. People call us strange for being more interested in perfecting our teamwork than challenging the champion. Sounds like a good plan. Brains and brawn, Armin and Hugo. But which is which, huh? Which is which? Shouldn't assume these things. It comes back more pissed off. Imagine that. Imagine you had a Pokemon game where the Pokemon that you fight, some of them come back more annoyed and slightly more determined to beat you. Oh, hang on. I need to make sure I'm doing the right moves to the right Pokemon. Was it? It was Fairy that is weak against, isn't it? Yes. I'm just gonna surf. That'll affect everybody, including Bilveon, but I think Bilveon can take it. Oh yes. Just get rid of that Medicham. Get it out of the way. Don't need it. Pampers, yeah. Yeah. Ow! Leaf Blade. I didn't know it was a grass type. Is it a grass type? I thought it was psychic. Scald. Is it? Hang on. Gallade. No, it's psychic fighting. It just happens to have grass type. Interesting. Yeah. Dark water, fighting grass, normal. It's got such an array of moves. Dark water, fighting grass, normal, fairy, psychic, bug, rock, and fighting. That's such a wide array. And it can learn confuse, right? It can learn ghost moves, ground type moves, flying moves, electric moves, ice moves, dark moves. This thing is an all-rounder. Fire moves. Jesus. Poison. It's pretty much got every single move. It can have every single type of move. Bit like Arnold in that sense. Grass psychic. Yeah, I know you'd expect it to be a grass type. It looks more like a grass type. Armin, man, this is boring. You can really see the frustration of defeat on my partner's face. No, it's just boring. He just doesn't like being in the cave all night, watching you posture. Let's see. Are we nearly at the end of this now? Ooh, Sombria. Ooh, strength. Did I press no instead? That's weird. Just push it. Nice. Huh, a cave. I don't want to be in here. don't know why I'm going in this cave. I don't want to be in a cave anymore. I hate caves. No caves. I suppose I'm going to have to go through the cave to get around the other side, though. Oh, I don't have any moves. Oh, no, it's hitting me with a girder. Oh, that wasn't very effective. That was awful, actually. Okay, I'm going to leave the cave because I don't want to be in the cave. No cave. I don't care what's around here. Oh, hang on. Was there like a rock I could smash? Oh, I suppose I'm going to have to go round to do that, aren't I? Is this the entrance? Ooh. Look at all that down there. Okay, I get that it's meant to look like it's really far away. But the perspective isn't quite right, so it just looks very small. These trees are small. But the ones out there are far away. So we've got somebody who's going to be using ghost moves, obviously, or ghosts in general, just right here, and I would like to have the right Pokemon in front to do that. I can see your aura. It's got an unlucky colour about it. What's an unlucky colour? Yellow? Green? Oh no. Goregeist. Shadow Punch. Because Ghost. But also Grass type. So Ice. Ghost type was added to Arnold? You fucking what? I don't think so. Flamethrower. Interesting. It changed my type and then decided I'm not going to use a ghost move. Even though it would be super effective. Strange. Got to go. Okie dokie. Unlucky for me, I see. But what was the colour? I need to know what the colour was. Oh, you didn't want to fight. That's interesting. Victory Road is tough. Rest up a minute. That's why. Even if you're proceeding slowly, keep walking. If you do, you'll reach your dream. Quick ball. They shouldn't add ledges like this. Because everything about these games, I've always said that these ledges means you can't go up stuff. But you can, apparently. That's weird. That's annoying. Not another Fearow. That's okay, we know. Ice. Ice this time. Yeah, take that, you little shit. He's slapping me in the face! Nice. Bye-bye, Fearow. You're no longer a problem. Melthird is growing to level 69. That's good. In my ass! Wait a second! Oh, hello, it's Serena. I've been thinking, ever since that trouble in Geosenge, Lysander chose only Team Flare. You and I chose everyone but Team Flare. But since our positions forced our hands, you can't really say any of us were right. That's why I feel that, if both sides have something to say, Maybe it's best to meet halfway. Please don't be rhyming. No more rhymes. There was a guy in every single Pokemon gym that would do the rhymes, and I was very unhappy. So I made a decision. From now on, I don't want to battle just to win, but to see how you and your Pokemon think and feel. That's the kind of Pokemon battle I'm going to have with you right now. Under the fucking galaxy, by the look of it. Hell of a sky. Hello, Serena. Are you not sick of being beat? She's got 5 Pokemon now. Shadow Punch. Yeah! What would Arnold do? We're going to swap out, actually. Because Zippy, I believe, has a better move. And will be more resistant to the psychic moves as well, because it's not a normal type. Ah, it's using my spells against me. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter. Delphox. Will I switch Pokemon? Yes. Pampers. Surf! Always surf. It's funny that I was given the HM Waterfall, but I have yet to need to use it. But then, come to think of it, isn't Waterfall what we needed? Because Pampers is a special attack. Is it special attack? It's all about the attack. Can't remember what we specialised him in. Should delete and replace with Sketch? No, keep old moves. Arnold does not need another Sketch right now. We're good. We're good with what we got. Will you switch Pokemon? Yes. Because I think... Was it... All water moves are special attack except for Waterfall, which is a physical? Looking in Google for Waterfall. That's just going to give me Waterfalls. I want the move Waterfall. Yes, it is a physical attack. So that should be super effective. So really, we need to get rid of Scold and replace it with Waterfall. Don't know why I hadn't done this sooner. Pow! Jolteon, more like Faulteon. Happy birthday! I think... Can we do rollout? I think rollout will be good for this, won't it? It avoided the attack. Well, I suppose no longer doing that then. Jesus. That's one hell of an attack. Dazzling Gleam sort of nearly fucked us up. So it's a water type, I think. So grass should be... Okay, maybe not. Dazzling Gleam again. That is going to hurt. Eee. Dragon and flight. It's dragon? It's got a fucking cloud around it. How is that dragon? So it's obviously, and it's blue. Water, surely. Fucking Altaria. Fucking is, isn't it? Dragon flying. Fuck you. Literally, fuck you, Pokemon. That's obviously a water Pokemon. It's got... Clouds are made of water. Clouds are made of water. Fuck's sake. Well, you know, if it's a dragon type, then you know who we need. Dazzling Gleam. Please don't... Oh, I needed to heal Arnold up. Oh, hang on. I still need to heal Arnold up. Why are the... What the fuck? What the so-how level? What? Blimey. That did better. And frozen. Oh! If it's a flying dragon, then ice should be doubly effective. Which it apparently was. I mean, it definitely worked. Why are your Pokemon so high level? They've been naturally growing the entire time I've been playing. So, yeah, they're quite high at the moment. Also, the experience share really does help. Absol is a Dark-type Pokemon, and thus will be weak to fighting. And other stuff as well. Bug and Fairy. Do you reckon Arnold will be able to take it on? I mean, we've got the backup of Pampers, haven't we? Pampers and Bilvion. Alright, we'll give it a go. Absol! Dazzling Gleam! And it is absolutely fucked. Night Slash. Ouch. So is Arnold, though. Good attempt, but no cigar. Oh, no. I will revive Arnold because he did do some pretty good work against that dragon. That's not what I want. I want a revive. He deserves the points. Rock Smash. Slap. Oh yeah. That was 68. They do level up quite quickly. Hooray! Oh no! She's having an existential crisis. Emphasis on the egg. So, I still can't beat you. You know, it's because I met you that I was able to get this far. Well, our journey's not over yet. Who knows how strong we'll get. I mean, there is a limit. There's a level limit. It's hard to put a finger on it exactly, but I feel like you and I are alike. And that's why I didn't want to lose to you. Because that would be defeating yourself? Is that what you're thinking? Because that's not right. But I think the reason we're so alike is because we have so many things in common. I'm really happy that we're friends. ... Max revives! Nice! 175 seconds worth of ads. It's a long time, I know, but it's either that or more ads every few minutes. And you can't hear what I'm saying, so you get it. I'm renewing my rivalry with you. Since you're my rival, I want you to become a stronger and stronger Pokemon trainer. We'll keep getting stronger too, of course. Way to fix ads, sub. Yes, yes it is. We'll keep getting stronger too, of course. I suppose the first step is mastering the power that comes from the bond between me and my Pokemon, just like you did. Do your best at the Pokemon League. An awesome trainer like you can handle it. She must have all the badges if she got here, so why isn't she taking it on? Just because you can't beat me doesn't mean you can't beat them. Also, very cleverly placed healing up person here. Oh, okay. So now we're just over here. That's good. Bang! Also, hello, Gel. It's nice to see that you're lurking around. Some zinc as well, very nice. So, I was talking about Waterfall, wasn't I? And how we should be teaching that to... There we go. Waterfall, Pampers. It should be very... it should be very effective because Pampers was our attack mule. We trained him up to specialize in attack. So, and because, as we can see, Scald is a special move, as is Surf, Rock Smash and Cut are the only physical moves. Waterfall, physical move. And since Scald isn't... hang on. Oh. It's got equal damage. Okay. Well, that's good. It may also make them flinch. That's pretty good. So it should do extra... It should have an extra boost because of that massive attack bonus. Do I want to go this way? What's this way? Oh, a way down by the look of it. Do you have Prime? And is it linked? I'm always here for my favourite Brit, and since Flat isn't on, I must settle for you. Haha! I see what you did there. You prick. I love you too. Girder. Oh shit, no, I forgot we don't use Arnold for this. God damn it, Arnold! Stupid football head. He's not made for fighting. He's a lover, not a fighter. Just like me. Itchy nose. Use next Pokemon. Yes, of course. Bill! You are the one for this. Moonblast. Advertise time. Yeah. Thing is with the fucking hell, I can't talk. Thing is with the advertising is when you become affiliate, it sort of becomes automatically on. So you've got to really choose how you apply that. And I figured I think the way it is if you have the automatic ads once every hour for 3 minutes, it gets rid of pre-roll ads. As far as I'm aware, should get rid of pre-roll ads. Did you get a new mic? No, I didn't. What I did was I applied a filter to the mic before it goes through voice mod. The filter is the background noise. The thing is, I don't hear it I don't hear it being as bad. It does sound different. I will say it does sound different, but it doesn't sound that different. Is it really that different? Because I can't tell much of a difference. I've recorded and I was flicking it off and on, off and on, off and on, and it wasn't really sounding that different. It's not a new mic, it's exactly the same mic, but it's always had this background sort of fizz to it. It's not been great, but I bypassed it. I got rid of the noise before it goes through any of the programs and stuff. So, is it bad? Because I listened to it back and it doesn't sound very different. It seems people are noticing. Jaden hated it. I can tell a difference, but I've listened to you a lot. It probably doesn't help them also very bunged up. So I sound very nasally. I sound nasally anyway, but it's just even worse. Sounds like you're talking through a webcam. Well, that's no good. How does it sound like I'm talking through a webcam? I mean, I can't hear it sounding like a webcam. I mean, is this really better? Because it doesn't sound better. Why has that gone to a different webpage now? I was literally just on my own webpage. Because I hate this. You sound a lot clearer without the filter. But I'm right. Hang on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna just do something. Right. Does that audio sound better to you?
Yes.
Yes. Even with the fizzing and the buzzing in the background. Because I don't know what's causing that. I can't fix that. I don't know what's doing that. The only way I can get rid of that is by turning that on. See, you hear that? How much less that is? And how not as different. It doesn't sound much different to me. I don't understand why people are saying it sounds like I'm talking through a webcam. All it's doing is just getting rid of the buzzing. I'm not having issues. No, I've solved the problem, but everyone's saying that I sound like I'm talking through a webcam or something. I'm going to turn that off because I can't be listening to myself. Now you sound like you're in a tube. How? I listen back to myself on my own streams. I can hear how I sound. I don't sound like I'm talking through a tube. I don't get it. It doesn't sound much different. He says it sounds all right. Oh, brilliant. Right. Ugh. I did. It sounds identical. But then I don't know how people are listening. For all I know, this coming out of a phone might sound like a bee in a tube. Like that. I don't know what people are finding to be such a problem with this. I think the filter removes some of your higher tones in your voice, but go with it. I don't hear that though. I don't hear it getting rid of the higher tones. It sounds identical. It just gets rid of the background noise, that's all. It is... I will say my voice is very piercing. The higher tones do sort of get into you. There's like... it's not... Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just something people need to get used to, because, like you said, JL, you've heard me a lot, so this is different, and it's JL who's giving me the most information here. So Wulu says I sound fine, and then interrupted everything with happy birthday, which I'm very appreciative of. Ask Alexa. Alexa, how does it work?
It's complicated.
You fucking sarky bitch.
Alexa, say hi there.
Oh wow, I'm so excited. I really hope I make a good first impression.
That's... Yesterday you said, hey Google, say hey Alexa, or hello, or...
Sorry, I
Sorry,
don't know that one.
I don't understand.
I feel like I haven't cleaned my glasses for this stream. One of my eyes is all blurry. It's either that or just... Oh!
No.
I don't know. I think it's just... People are going to have to just deal with the fact that the mic is slightly different. I don't think so. Well, that's the thing. I don't want people to come in and go, oh god, his mic sounds awful. He sounds like he's speaking through a Pringles tube. And then switch off. I'd rather have good audio, and because that's usually the contributing factor. That's like the thing that turns people off the most. I go on Reddit and I watch what people say about like what turns people off from a thing, and they say if the audio's crap, I go away immediately because it's just terrible. it does sort of bother me sometimes that like you go into someone's stream and you just instantly want to start fixing their audio issues, but if you start doing that, it sort of derails their stream. So oh, I will point out one little tiny sort of thing about my webcam box. Okay, right. If I make it really, really big, you can just about see the tiny little bit of overlap. That little bit there. It's so tiny where it this line goes all the way down and there's like a little lump right there. Yeah, just sticking out. I do need a new webcam box because I have been using the one from the flat pack for ages now. Yeah, I do need this. Hang on, let me put it over here. Or silly ones that may but won't, because it's using their own rules. So put myself back there. If I choose between background static and this new TJ, I would take the new TJ. Your stream doesn't have a rail. A rail? What rail? What did I say? Something about rails. I don't know. I usually do get railed regularly on the rail. Irregularly. Depends on how funny looking the penis looks. What was I doing? Yeah, it was probably something useless. I'm about to do the Elite Four. I've just gone round in a circle because I'm not concentrating. I'm having a Pokemon fight. Right. Yeah, okay, so not always. In Pokemon Legends there wasn't an Elite Four. There was just like an end battle. Yeah. I think it's because they didn't really have much of a... They were sort of getting to grips with surviving. It was sort of colonial times. Yeah. So, next, I just bend my knees down ever so slightly. What's she doing? And then stick out my chest like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you there. A battle, is it? Okay, let's get started. She's bending down on her knees, sticking her chest out, and she's gonna suck my dick. So that's how it works. Just in a cave. No. Oh, it's using Surf. It's gonna kill me. I keep using Arnold for Pokemon I can't beat with Arnold. Right, so Smeargle, apparently, you probably already know this because I've had YouTube videos up recently. Smeargle, terrible stats. Absolutely the worst. Worse than an unevolved Pidgey, apparently. I managed to get Arnold an ice move, and now it can almost one-shot most dragons. Yeah, which would really piss Sambi off because he's very much into his dragons, and they've got like the best stats out of the game. And like Arnold's got ice moves, and that's what they're weak against, and it's just so funny. No, he's not a dragon. It's not a dragon. I know. Some Pokemon don't make sense. See that there? That bird surrounded by a cloud, right? You'd expect flying water. as cloud. And it's blue. Right? It's dragon flying, isn't it? Yeah. It's a bird. No, some dragons don't fly. Well, there are different types of dragons. Like, isn't a wyvern a non-flying dragon? You sure it's blue and not green? Shut up! Shut your face. Right. Did you see that? This thing's got a fucking flamethrower. I know! What the fuck? This always happens. You come down here and everything starts going to shit. It's psychic. It's psychic. Yes. It's special, apparently. It's about to send in Altaria. That thing! Alright, we know how to deal with that. Shut up. Coming in here with your puns. We had another guy. He was like doing puns and rhyming. Fucking hated that. Arnold is slower, yes, but he is also... shut up. Don't horse me! Look at the green bird. It's not green! It's not green! Also, flying is apparently weak to ice, so it should be doubly as weak to Ice Beam. See, it's fucking up them dragons. Dragon Pulse. Dragon Mouth Beam. Yeah, you'd expect them to be able to use flamethrower and stuff like that. They just don't. Classic dragons. Dragon Beam. Looking out my arse. And all you see when it does this is just an arse. Oh, it's a normal type. What am I doing? Ghost moves don't work against normal types. Oh! No. But then ghost moves don't work on normal types, but normal types don't work on ghost types, so it's sort of a stalemate situation. I can, however, do anything else. Wow, what a tongue. I know, it did a weird sort of ooh wave at you as... which kept eating. It's exactly what he sounded like. Oh no! Another one of them, and we're good. Just random lick tongue. Out of the wild. Happy birthday. It's happening again. So is that what that was when you were out there? You were getting a delivery in? Right. Everyone. Oh, good. Oh, good. Like a sensible person. I feel like they just get a different person every single time and just don't tell them how games, like, things work. They're really, really trying to distract me from this conversation. Time to lurk. Need to mow the lawn. You're lurking and mowing the lawn at the same time? How... No wonder I'm gonna sound like a fucking bee in a cucumber. That's what they used to do back in the olden days. They used to stick angry bees in gourds and then shove them up themselves as makeshift dildos. Who's this? This is the first time I've seen this guy. This sort of person. He does look a bit dirty, doesn't he? And that wasn't a race thing, just... He did look like he had dirt on him. Oh, I wish I could hear what you're saying. Just mustard. You've been eating poo? Ugh. Let's do Zippy versus Zippy. What do they substitute this time? What kind of yogurt? Strawberry yogurt. Oh, he just wants yogurt, any flavour. Literally anything. Use that in. What are you going to do that? Fried chicken. For cooking, you don't want a replacement. You should complain, saying that you... What am I supposed to do with strawberry yogurt? Can't put that in my curry. Whatever your chicken. Put the headset back on while doing horse and happy birthday. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not while I've got people to talk to. Okay, this person has a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, it says he's a veteran, so it makes me think that maybe he's got like a full team. I haven't really been paying attention. He does, he eats all the mustard. Yeah. It's literally what it's called. Leafeon. Usually... sometimes they're clever, sometimes they're obvious. I love that, bird leaf. Bird leaves. Yeah. I do like other alternative names for regular items. Yeah, I can't think of any either. Ugh. Tree skin. That's bark though, isn't it? I mean, wood could be tree meat. You can grow concrete. See your camera. I don't want to find out where that goes. That's a good point. I don't think I've seen a single Zubat in this game. Golbat, yes. No Zubats though. Now this guy is going to have a Smeargle with possibly the best set of moves. Because I told you about Smeargle, didn't I? How it can learn Sketch, which is just Sketch over and over again. And Sketch copies the last move that was used by the other person. So I've got a Smeargle with various different very powerful moves. Unfortunately, its stats are so bad it can't use them very well. So this one's probably got some loophole sort of Pokemon. Yes, bumhole Pokemon. What's that? Yeah, well, it's a beagle that smears. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, you would, of course you would. One day, we're going to have to get, like, a whole bunch of, like, Pokemon and just get you to try and figure out what their names are. Because I will probably know the majority of them. There are a few I'm sort of not really up to date with, which is why I'm going through the Pokemon games, because I haven't played them all. X and Y. Yes. I think it's Sun and Moon, or is it? That's not the one. Alpha Sapphire. Piss and yes, piss and salt and vinegar. Then there's cheese and onion, smoky bacon. Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. So Wulu's saying, put the mic back on. There we go. In order to meet strong trainers and strong Pokemon, only one has to battle. You only have one Pokemon? How did you get this far with only one Pokemon? Two Pokemon! Now the horse gets it. Oh no, he's threatening the horse. I literally said its name a minute ago. Literally, like 2 seconds ago. It's called Magcargo. Magcargo, as in magma, and the French for escargot. Yes, which is just escargot. Le escargot. Do you know what it evolves from? Damn. No, it's a meme. Something that you do to your balls. Sort of. Slugma. I mean, if we could call Lickitung Lickma. Oh, that's not the right move. It's yawning. I don't know that. They could. There are several Pokemon that could have had a better name. Like, there's one just called Delcatty. Now, if you called it Delkitty, that's still bad, but it would have sounded better. Even slightly. It's rubbish, isn't it? free shove I can do. Yeah. To like find the worst named Pokemon. Yeah, that's all of them. Are you? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a dildo. Yes, you are. Kit Boga. It's pronounced Boga. Because that sounds fucking ridiculous. That might as well be a Pokemon. Kit Boga. What the fuck? Yeah. He has a law blog, yeah. Blah blah blah. Well, who's got a law blog? It's good, isn't it? He hasn't been doing a lot recently, but he streams all the time. Like hours and hours of just talking to people. Well, the thing is, they are taught how to speak. They're meant to sound Americanized, so that they can essentially trick you into thinking that they are part of American culture, that they are not in a Indian call center trying to scam you out of money thing. It's just bizarre how far they'll go. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the main reason they think this is okay, because I've put a bit of research, because it might not be correct, but this is what I've gathered from what they've said. The people who do this, they're very much they're trained to believe that America is this sort of ignorant. I mean, it's not completely out of the question. This sort of ignorant, decadent sort of country where people have no idea what reality is, and so they are super gullible and able to be easily scammed. Now, while this is true in some cases, it is not the entire country. No, it's not the norm. So these people, they come in and they think that just by putting on a slightly higher voice, they can fool people into thinking that it's their grandsons. It is evil. It is sickening, like how little they know about us to think that they are tricking us, and it's not. Yeah. Yeah, and And that is actually how these companies continue to function and make money, which is why Kip Boga probably won't ever go out of business doing what he does, because yeah, he does try. Everything that he does, he takes their account numbers, he takes their phone numbers, they're all delivered directly to like various different fraud crime divisions, and they shut these things down, and they're always taken super seriously when it comes from him. And even to the point where people have teamed up with him to write bots and websites for him to use to fake putting things through, so that they can get caught basically. And it's sort of like a service he's doing. Like if you get scammed by somebody, you can, well, not scammed, but if you are attempted to be scammed by somebody, you can send him a link or a phone number, and he will phone them back on your behalf, and pretend to be some pathetic old man who doesn't know what a computer is. So yeah, it is very good. It is quite funny watching his videos. It can get a bit boring though sometimes, because it's yeah. I get these all the time. I'm always getting phone calls from places, but they don't seem to be able to get very far with me, because I don't take their bullshit. Because I mean, there was that whole issue recently where they were they were asking me if I was vaccinated, and then what insurance company I'm with. Now, for people who are watching, we live in the UK, okay? The only type of insurance we're possibly going to get is life insurance, not health insurance. We don't need money to go to a hospital and get treated. We've got national health. It's the NHS. That's what we. If I broke my leg right now, I could go to the NHS, get it sorted, and it wouldn't cost me a penny. Because it would. It would have. Cancer treatment, yeah, by all means. So yeah. I think some things, some plastic surgeries can be quite costly and would probably require. I mean, if it is just plastic surgery, that'll be costly. That isn't a health benefit. That isn't something to do with your health. But I suppose when it comes to things like transitioning, that can sort of count as your well-being, and so can be put on the NHS. Yeah. I think it depends on what you're having done, male to female. I think that counts as plastic surgery. So yeah, there are people who specialise in that. So yeah, I think that would sort of count towards that. But then I suppose there might be some ways of getting the NHS to sort of pay for that. Go to. Yeah. Yeah. Like what is currently happening with me at the moment, because I do not have a job. The job centre is essentially paying my bills for me so that I can continue to live and basically do this. So we can continue to live, yeah. So they will pay, I think by law they have to pay at least the amount that is at least half the rent. But they are doing much more than that, because I think they need to also do a percentage over that, because there's also enough to live, which yeah. Yeah. Continue. Yeah. No. I'm pretty much living moment to moment, but it's at least a weight off your mind. Like, I may have to skimp and scrape for, not scrape. I mean, I can afford food, but I'm not eating takeaways almost every night like somebody. No, you haven't actually. You've been quite good, but I as much as I would love to have a Chinese at the moment's notice, I can't. So I eat what I eat. So I eat cheap and tasty food, unless it's hoisin sauce. Oh, I can't get enough of that. That is the only thing that sort of cuts into the price of things, getting the hoisin sauce. Yeah. It is a nice big bag. Garlic ice cream. That probably exists. Garlic ice cream. Yeah. Ugh. Must have been ketchup or something. Oh yeah. What was it? That does sound really good. I remember something he did. It was sort of like a Halloween thing. It was like it looked like a big mound of dirt, but it was actually just sort of. It had little shovels, and it was like, I think it was like a dessert. It was like a chocolate sort of dirt look to it. God knows how he made the dirt, but I knew it was made out of chocolate. And you just dug it out and just in your mouth. It was just chocolate, and it was lovely. I don't know what the point was, like what was underneath it. Like, first person to get to the coffin like gets a special treat or something. Yeah, it's still shoveling dirt into his own gob. Gotta put it back now. How? I've eaten it! Just poop it into the hole. Oh. Just this big wobbly mass. Oh, no eating poo. Come on. Oh dear. Yeah. It's not, I mean, I like that he's messing with food in a way that's sort of scientific and trying to, like, mislead, not trying to mislead, but he's trying to like make it look like something else, but you can eat it. Oh look at this gold bar. It's a cake. Just like that. Is it cake? Yeah. Even the floor. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it didn't look very nice. Although, if they had made it out of food, it probably would have been very nice. That would have been good. Because it did look sort of lemony, didn't it? Like if you bit into it, it sort of like have a lemon flavour to it. Like a little yellow cup. God, everything was made of, even the floor that they would walk over. frequently. Oh no. He hired Heston. He's a real Oompa Loompa! Oh my god, it never occurred to me. Heston Blumenthal, real Oompa Loompa. You heard it here first. Blimey. I think so. I think he is the Michelin Man. The Michelin stars. So basically what you're saying is they went into liquidation and they liquidated him. I want to be liquid. Ugh. Milkshaking yourself. Heston bloomin' good milkshake. Yeah. Alexa, how many milkshakes can you make out of the human body?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Hey Google, how many milkshakes can you make out of the human body?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Why are you
But I
two...
found something similar.
Shut up!
Do you want to know what is the most unhealthy shake ever?
I mean, that's sort of the same, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to turn yourself
There's
into a
nothing wrong with a little weirdness now and then.
Can you stop interjecting, please? But I've got so much to say. Fuck off! Yes, so we've also got Ask Google now. Thank you, Jaden. I've just answered that for you. Okay. I don't think she heard you.
Hey Google!
Is she actually responding? I can't see the little sort of faceplate of it. Yeah.
Sorry.
You are.
Hey Google! How are you?
I'm so excited. The best female football players in the world are competing right now in Australia and New Zealand. To stay up to date, try asking, what's happening at the Women's World Cup?
Yes.
Okay, apparently she's very happy about women's football. I should probably be playing a game. Yeah. That's where I come in. I come in men in shorts. Oh, I can use waterfall now. I can probably go up here. But I'm using the move waterfall. Yep, I went up the waterfall. It's a counter to waterfall. Water lift would have been a good one. Or elevatorant. Why is Arnold so crap? He's got a football head. It's so obvious. I could have called him any artist, or you know, a famous bit. Snoopy would have been fine, but no. I went with the obscure. He's got a football head. Indeed, except funny. Oh yeah. when he used to be an evil genius in a baby? I know. The Simpsons, yeah. Smithers on EastEnders. Yeah. So doing all the things he was doing anyway, just now he's out. So that's the thing, it doesn't change anything. It literally changes nothing. It does sort of help, having had to do the same thing myself. Yeah. As it should be. I don't know what is going on, all these weird moves. Can you guess why he's called Pampers? About the fact that he's a water type, using waterfall because he wets himself, and also it probably would help if you knew what the proper name for it. It's called a Pampor, right? And it's a water type. Pampers contain water after they've been used. He's just called Pampers because he wets himself. That's it. It's a simple joke. I don't know what's coming next. Yes. Tell Flat he's bald. Well, he heard me. He heard me say the thing you said.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. I will have to apologise to my chat. When I'm having a conversation with something, I will ignore the chat. I mean, I could just be having a conversation with the Poppy Puck. I will ignore the chat for a while because it's more about this rather than that. If I ignored him, that would be rude because he's in the same room as me. So, this is where the content comes from, not that. So you can't see it from there anyway, you're on the sofa. Yeah. It's a comfy sofa.
Erections.
Pampers Good level 69. It's pretty good. I've been very much avoiding saying the word nice every time because they're all leveling up to that. Ooh, what's that? My ass found Dragon Claw. In my ass! Yeah, why not? Yeah, fucking
Well, you can
just
grow
go
all
for it.
sorts of things, can't you?
Nobody's paying attention.
can't
Nobody
grow
plays
concrete.
this game.
You can.
Nobody's going to be wondering why do they think that. I get the feeling half the time it is just because
See you, Cameron.
it's just balance. You know, they just go, well, we can't have another move that does this, 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 and this. We've got to have a counter for it, but we can't be bothered to think of an adequate move for it. Just use this move and put all the effects on it. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Yes.
At this time of year, at this time of day,
The
in
ideas
this part
of
of the
name.
country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
No, it's Lombre. I don't know. I think it's because it's sort of Mexican-ish, but also whatever hombre.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
So why is Pikachu
So
Pikachu and not just Mousy Buzz or whatever? So why are some of these Pokemon named literally then? They just decide flip-flop. Right. So just for that, that's right. So that glass is just named Durinkingu glass. It's English Japanese. That is so bizarre. I mean, it seems very inclusive, or we're just fucking so unwilling to learn a different language, they're going to do it for us.
Aurora Borealis!
I do feel like that. I do wish I'd learned another language, but like I also don't have the brain for it. I can't remember English words half the time. It's sort of why I've never gone to France, because it's so easy to just go to France. I don't think you even need a passport for it, because it's just across the ocean, isn't it? You just need some sort of ID, as far as I remember. He swam the English Channel, just logging boats and stuff. But like, I don't know any French, and I feel like I'll end up in a situation where I'm over there, and I'll end up in a situation where I need to ask somebody for something, but I'm like, I'm doing the typical, I need to get to the hotel, this hotel, and they're looking at me like, quoi?
I'd be like, bonjour,
What they've got, I think there's some company somewhere. There is a company somewhere creating a universal translator, sort of, not a bit like the Star Trek, badge where you just sort of translates everything and even does the mouth movement somehow. But you speak into it and then it translates it and then it plays it back to someone that you happen to be talking to, and then they speak into it and it translates back, which sounds amazing, doesn't it? It definitely, unfortunately, you can only get it in America at the moment, not here, although it has been a couple of years since I checked, so that may have changed. And I get arrested. There'll be a lot of money. Enough for bail, Yeah, and we just don't for some stupid reason. We were when the Euro came into play. Yeah, we love the Queen. The Queen's dead now. Yes. It was
Yes.
inevitable she was going to die. Her arm went purple. Of course she was going to die. I think she was on 96. Yeah, she hadn't leveled up yet. Telegram. Well, it is from her, so you have to say, Mom. She should do a visit to kill you before you got too powerful. Drained your power.
But yeah, no, I think for the last few years she was
Yeah, it's become really lazy now. It's just pre-written, and it's not even from her. It's from the receptionist or whatever. It's not great. Please insert rest of sentence here. The Queen. A whole £5. Wow. This signed photo of myself. It's just a £5 or a stamp, a 1p stamp. How does she feel like licking her own face just to mail things? Etiquetely. Oh no, they do. Yeah, they have those in offices as well because doing that's a lot of effort. In post offices specifically. Otherwise, also with the turn of COVID, that's definitely not a good thing to do. Stamp licker? He was a fat bastard. Just the corgis, just... There you go! Not that much. Imagine how many stamps those dogs have eaten. Just by accident. Yeah. I think that's more cats. It's just like, I'm on the ground. Why are you peeing against me? Why do you not understand? This is dirty. Oh, brilliant. So called for. I better make it mine. Weird. I need to start healing my Pokemon. I'm not doing very well here. I think that's... Oh no, isn't Steel weak against... No. I can't remember what's weak against what. That's why I've got this thing. I think Fairy is actually weak against Steel and Poison. I haven't got any fires at the moment. Oh, it is weak against poison steel. I've made a mistake. What? No, fairy is weak against poison steel, not steel. Steel is weak against... it is fire. Oh, fuck, it's right here. Might as well just do it. Ice, rock, and fairy. No, it's... Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Fire, fighting, and ground. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either. I suppose it's sort of like you lift weights. I think that's sort of the logic behind it. You defeat the steel with strength. Yeah. Grappling and being strong, yeah. Yeah, I need to like get someone out and then just start healing people because this is... I wish I could, but I need to use him to heal my Pokemon. Well, I've got revives. That's the idea, yes. That was actually terrible. It didn't do much. Just whack him with a wood hammer. There. There we go. Am I going to play Minecraft again? When I've got a good mod pack to play. I don't think I'll make another mod pack because that's always very difficult. I might just play something. Oh yeah. I do feel like you need to be eased into these mods though. I don't think like just having a mod pack and then, you know, just being bombarded with all this different stuff is very good. It's a lot. It is a lot. You sort of need to have like a history in the mod pack, not industry, but the mod pack sort of culture. Otherwise, it's a little bit too much. And then you get these books that are meant to help you get through it, and it's like, they're never really very helpful because they come from the same people who don't seem to understand that people don't understand this stuff immediately. So it's all written as if you already know. So. Yeah, you need to be part of a special club for that. Right. Yeah. Can't just do that. Yeah, some modding things are like what was that thing that we were using instead of Thunderstorm for Valheim? Yeah, and all it would do was you had this. It was like Thunderstorm, but it just took you to the links, and you still had to just download them and use them yourself. What was the point? It's terrible. I don't know why people bother using it. Yeah. well. But I do get the feeling that's why it stopped working properly with us. So maybe it's just a case of having certain mods loaded first, so that then we can still use the build camera and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, you did seem to have a fairly busy set of days. Well, that sounds like fun. Ugh. Sounds horrible. You've become me. I assume so. I've never played it. I don't know. You've forgotten. So that, you know this thing that I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it means something. Oh. That's a sort of happy coincidence. I think it's just one of those nice coincidences. They talk about like how certain things are said in one language and then what's said in this language. What we want you to say is this in Japanese, it's this, blah blah blah, and okay, well in Italian, I would have said it's a me, which sounds very similar to Itsumi. No, in Italian, yes, but in an Italian English accent. You're speaking. Just if you're Italian speaking English, if I need to be so fucking specific, it would have been it's a me. No days. I don't have Dolmio days. Sometimes I don't even have food days. I don't. Just a big jar of sugar. Yummy. I can't say I know what Dolmio tastes like because my mum never bought the branded stuff. She always got stuff from like Aldi and stuff. Yeah, never anything that was actually a brand. So. Hmm. We don't use Dolmio. We use tomato puree, an Oxo cube, or like any sort of stock cube. Nothing like a jar of sauce. The sauce is made out of the things that you chuck into it. So it's yeah, actual cooking. Whoa! That's the building. That's a pretty nice building. Apparently I'm standing... No, you get a photo guy. It's called Phil the Photo Guy. He comes along and he takes a photo for you. And I always make sure that the photo is terrible. I mean, look at the difference. Like, super bright, dark. There we go. Huge, massive, grand building. What am I taking a picture of? This guy. And it's going to be half blurry. I want to see if I can get his eyes closed, but he's blinking so quickly. Fuck. Never mind, I'll save that photo. Yeah, that might take 100 shots. Also, for some reason in this game, people ask for tips all the time, and I always give them the most. It's usually 1,000, which is not that much of a big deal since I've got quite a lot of money. But at the beginning of the game, it was like, yes, of course, take all my money. Hmm. Hmm. Shadow Wolf has just popped back into the chat and says, "How is everyone?" Also, hypothetical question: would you tip me in my ass? I think he just wants me to like flick coins into his butthole, like one of those, you know, those things where you put the penny in and it goes round and round and round, and then starts going really, really fast, like that. Hmm. Help! Help me! Who's throwing coins down my fucking well? Got me in the eye, that did! There's just a guy who lives down there. That would be actually very interesting. If you had, like, a house that was sort of intersecting a well. It went all the way down and then it was just open. And it was like another... You know how the ledge to the well is? So it's like a brick wall. Like that. So it goes down underground and then it opens up and there's like a big room, but it's still sort of in line with this new entrance underneath where the floor is. And you just had that, and you could watch coins going down like that. And every time someone does that, you go, "Ow! Fuck!
Yes.
Who did that?" Shadow Wolf says, "Also, I hear flat." Yes, we've been talking for quite a while. Really, I mean, it wouldn't be into your house. It would probably drip down the wall and continue going down. Just make sure. Yeah, it'd be in the water though, wouldn't it? I mean, your house isn't in the water. It's like it goes down and it's there. What, piss down the well? Yeah, I think loads of people piss down the well. I don't think they gave a shit. I don't think anybody did. I never really understood how wells worked. There is water, yeah. There are these things called water tables. And it's just water that has come from the ground, filtered down through all the like various mud and minerals and rocks and stuff. And once it gets to a certain like place, it sort of pools because it can't really go any further, and that's a water table. Guess. I think it's just guessing, and you just dig down far enough, you get water. But But the thing is, I never understood how that water was clean. No, it is. Because it filters through all this rock and stuff. And the rock clings onto stuff. And so, after all that, you just end up with clean water. There may be a bit of sand in there or something, but it's clean. And I never understood how that was possible until I researched it a little while ago, because it's one of those questions that pops into my head. How do wells work? Why well? Why not just river? But rivers do the same thing when they've if you get enough like stones and rocks, if it goes past enough of it, it eventually becomes clean water and you can just drink it. It's brilliant. It does. Yeah. I imagine so. Yeah, we've evolved to handle the situations of this planet, which makes me think the fact that we are looking for planets similar to this, which could support life, is maybe we don't know exactly what constitutes life. Like, surely there could be a big old poison planet with like rivers of dirt and poo or whatever, and to them that's water. Nutrients, yeah. It's
Because again, that's the thing. Like you said, but then there are certain planets takes that process.
and eats it, yeah. So there are a few there are creatures, not creatures. The creatures as in like fucking the dragons. No, there are animals out there who can like if you can't. I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but there are some that can like take poisons and not die. They will just was it the honey badger? That thing is quite resistant to most poisons. Like I think if it gets bitten by a snake, it just has a rest, and then it just gets up and continues like punching bears to death or something. I don't know what a honey badger does.
Aurora Borealis.
It's a very resilient animal, and quite violent. Yeah.
And again, it's very evolution. Because you will get like marsupials that basically hunt snakes.
Yeah.
So you can learn those things that like do damage to that earth, for example.
Yeah.
But to humans, they'll do so much more.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just going to keep going. In 10,000 years' time, there will be snakes that will kill us.
Look, basilisks.
Yeah, Australia.
Because of all the Australians that live there, yes.
Yeah, just
That sound kills people. No, in Harry Potter, the basilisk can kill by staring at you. So, actual basilisks. Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. Spiders. I mean, the spiders just get bigger and bigger. I mean, there are fucking bird hunting spiders, for God's sake. The biggest a spider will get, its body, it's probably about that big to us. Like that. The legs are fucking all over the fucking place, but their bodies will only probably go about that big, and we're fucking terrified of them. Them spiders up in Australia, they're like a mile wide. I wouldn't be surprised if Australia is a spider, just sat there. Yeah, and just scuttle along to England, and we're going to go, no! It does have to go one way, doesn't it? It can't go unless there's multiple, unless it's made of multiple spiders. It's just a big spider egg in space. Did I tell you about the Doctor Who episode where it turned out the moon was an egg? The moon was an egg, big creature in it. Not a harmful creature, but it hatched, and then laid a new moon, a new egg, for convenience sake. I don't think it looked like our moon. We didn't really get a good look at it. It was just up there. Can you give Flat a mic? He's got a mic. Do that again.
Oh my god, it was off. Why was it off?
Was it off? Have I been speaking to myself this entire time? And you fuckers have not told me?
Yes.
Why was it off? I blame Paul. I'm going to say Paul turned it off while he was sleeping. Hey guys!
You guys need to tell me this shit! I can't hear you! I cannot hear myself! I cannot hear... I'm not listening to myself talking all this time. I don't know these things. You need to tell me what you hear. If it doesn't sound right, you have to tell me. You have to tell me these things. Just as a general rule for streamers, if someone is having a conversation with themselves, you fucking tell them!
He's gone so red.
What do you mean we told you? You said you could hear him! You said you hear a flat!
Yeah, that's true.
I'm scrolling up. I am scrolling up. Right. This new right, the beginning of the fucking conversation. Water and psychic, blah blah blah. Blue green, nose fire, psychic. It's special. Slur. Lick tongue. Longer timer. Time to lurk. You're lurking. Shove a cucumber up a bee. Okay, that was a good one. Put the headset back on. This is just you like trying to distract me from the conversation I'm having. Kept saying happy birthday. What is he talking about? Is he talking to us? Someone else, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. You need to... Right. I was talking to somebody else. I was not paying attention to chat. I told you this. I told you I wasn't paying attention to chat. You did not say specifically that you could not hear him. Okay? I just thought you didn't know who that was. Is he talking to us? No. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Okay? We can't hear him, maybe. That would have been great, you know?
Imagine. Being a streamer is difficult.
You need to tell me if you can't hear the other person. You need to tell people if they're having a conversation with someone obviously in the same room, and it's a one-sided conversation. If you can't hear it, you need to tell me specifically, I cannot hear the other person. Right? Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's been like an hour.
It has been so long. That well, I've just been talking to myself, apparently.
Good conversation too.
You know what doesn't help as well? Happy birthday. Every 5 seconds, you know? The horse thing. That's why I'm ignoring it.
Oh.
I took this off. I was not paying attention because nothing's happening. Right? Nothing's happening in the chat. You're just trying to distract me, okay? So I'm not paying attention. Don't assume I know what you're talking about when you say, who is he talking to? That doesn't tell me that you can't hear him. Who is he talking to? Talking to Flat. Obviously you can hear him.
Yeah.
As far as I know. How do I know if you gave him a mic? We've got mics all over the fucking place. Jaden, I know you haven't been here long, but you know that he gets a mic. There's mics all over the place. There's one up here, there's one over there. There are mics. I didn't know that microphone was off.
Yeah, neither did I. I've literally been speaking into it.
He's been speaking into it for about an hour, and it's off!
Just had a pointless metal
You
dildo
need
shoved in my face all day.
to fucking tell me if you can't hear the other side of a conversation. Specifically, we cannot hear the. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Oh, fuck my ass. I am so pissed off.
It's alright, man. It's all good content. Content.
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah, because this rant can be a TikTok.
I don't want it to just end up being me ranting. The last one, yesterday, I wanted to refresh my browser sources. I pressed F5 and it turned the fucking thing off.
Yeah, I remember.
F5 of all things.
I know, that's so fucking stupid. Everyone knows F5 to refresh. It's a meme at this point.
Yes. So, welcome to the stream, Flat.
Hello. I just got here. You've been chatting away on your own for ages.
I don't want to continue. I just want to end myself now. Baby Cakes, I'm sorry. I am so sorry that you've just come in. Baby Cakes, unite. Baby Cakes, unite! I am so sorry that you've come into me being so annoyed, wanting to see Pokemon. I've been having a conversation with Flat over there, on a one-sided conversation.
Yeah, my mic was off. My mic was Owski.
Thing is, do you know what's even worse? That may have been my fault, because I had to redo this system because I was trying to figure out where the static was coming from. You know, the whole thing with the microphone, right? Right? I was trying to find where the static was coming from.
Oh, so maybe you turned off the mic just in case it was that.
I didn't turn it off, as far as I'm aware. I unplugged things. I might have slipped and flicked it, for all I know.
Maybe.
I unplugged it just to see if, like, unplugging them and plugging them back in was doing anything. As far as I can tell, from everything that I did, the interference is literally coming from the box to the PC. There's either something wrong with the cable or there's something wrong with the PC. I don't know. It's a big problem I can't get rid of without using this filter that I'm now using. That's how I discovered the filter, because I figured out that there was a secret set of settings on my PC that could add the filter before everything else. So now I'm using it. But I unplugged and replugged everything and turned like the cables round and doing all sorts of things, and I didn't know that I might have unplugged that one and flicked it off by accident.
Maybe.
So this whole thing could possibly be my fault.
Yeah, but if someone had said, "Oh, we can't hear the other person,"
I mean, yeah, that would have definitely been more helpful.
I would have done so if I was not the other person.
Why do you have so many mics? Why do you think?
Oh,
So I can have conversations that aren't one-sided.
Also, we can put a mic in the kitchen if we ever want to do kitchen.
Oh, fuck! Why do my streams always end like this?
Luck. Just good luck, innit?
It is good luck. Baby Cake says take the batteries out and rub them up your jumper. That look like battery nipples. I don't think so. Right. I evidently am not with it recently, so I'm going to go. I'll do the Elite Four next time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, even if you weren't that useful to me. If you're new and you're still watching, please give us a follow. That'd be very much appreciated. If not, I'm going to send you over to someone else so you can be their problem. Oh look, there's Demi streaming to one person. Not deserved. I think she needs you. So yeah, have fun over there.
Yes.
And fuck my ass. Right off. Please. It's okay, Jaden. I forgive you. I forgive you.
Oh, it was a good conversation as well.
It was so good. Bye bye, everybody.
Ciao.